Hello, my name is Morten Petersen, and this is Janus Heide. We are working with the Mobile Devices Group at Aalborg University. And in this small video, we would like to demonstrate or show a project that we've done using network coding on state-of-the-art mobile devices and investigate whether or not network coding could be brought to these types of devices. So what we've built for that purpose is a small testbed which really allows us to look into implementation issues and other issues arising when trying to implement this type of technique on that kind of devices. And on the testbed software which we have running here on this laptop, we can control different parameters regarding the tests that we run. For example, the size of the files that we're using and the size of the generations that we're using and how many packets to code together and stuff like that. And to the laptop here we have an access point connected through which we talk to the cluster of mobile devices which we have over here. On the mobile devices we have also developed some software which Janus will talk a little bit about.
Yeah. So basically what we would like to see was that if we could bring random linear network coding onto these phones and the challenges that could arise. So what we did was we built a Galois field implementation, and on top of that we have matrix implementation, and with that we can do random linear network coding. So basically what we do is that we have over on this laptop we have a file, and from that we make random linear combinations, and we transmit those to the phone. And if we just start the test, then we can see that the phones hopefully receive data, and each time it receives a new linear independent combination, it will add that to the data it has already received, and it will draw a blue square on the screen. And if one of the packets it received was linear dependent of what it had before, then it would be red instead, and therefore it would be unusable basically. So what we found in this project, the challenges that we found was that, of course, we have these battery constrained devices, and they have very limited CPU computational power. So one of the challenges that we found was that these kind of operations are very have high computational requirements. So this implementation runs on the phones, but not at a very high throughput. So that needs to be improved.